If you're ready to find your first, fifth, or 1000th profitable Amazon product, this video is for you. Because in this video, I'm going to be breaking down one of my favorite strategies for sourcing products to sell on Amazon. This is one of my favorite ways that I've been able to source over $3 million worth of products to sell on Amazon. So we're going to jump into some screen share here in just a second. I'll show you exactly how to do it. But before we do that, if you guys are brand new to the channel, my name's Warner Fields from Fields of Profit. I'm a full-time 7-figure Amazon seller. Super excited to jump into today's video for you. But before we do that, I want to mention an amazing free resource that we have for you. If you check out the link down below, there's going to be a completely free course and community for you. There's over 50,000 Amazon sellers in our free Discord. It comes with a couple hours of content as well as some downloadables for your Amazon business. It's a no-brainer, completely free. Let's go ahead and jump into the computer over here. So for this video, I'm going to be doing what's called manual sourcing for your Amazon business. And the reason for that is we're manually going to, in this case, Adidas.com. I noticed that today there is a sale going on, and this is really one of the best places to start if you're unsure on where to start sourcing your first profitable products. Just go to a big website that's having a sale. So Nike, Adidas, Target, Walgreens, VitaCost, all these different websites that do run coupons and sales and just ways to get really, really cheap products that might be way more expensive on Amazon. So now we're looking at all these Adidas products that are on sale right now. And I really like these types of sales as a starting point for sourcing because it's an up to sale. So basically all these items are already on sale. Plus we're able to get another 20% off on top of whatever that sticker price says. So here it's 56, we're able to get another 20% off. And I noticed that Rakuten over here was a cash back provider. You get 10% back on whatever you're spending on Adidas.com, which is pretty good. It's a nice little bit of bonus money. I don't really usually consider this cash back money part of my margin, but it is a nice little free money boost there on the transactions that it does kick in. So 10% is pretty good to see there. So let's just go ahead and dive into these items here. We'll start kind of chopping up how to really look at these products. So the first thing I want to do on a lot of these websites here is I'm going to go ahead and filter it by top sellers. So that's not always going to be an option. Some of these websites, it's just going to say like, lowest to high, newest items, that kind of stuff. If you're filtering by top sellers, it's usually going to correlate between the products that are selling really well on Amazon. And so now that we've done that, we can start to see a lot more kind of simple products, which makes sense that the simple black and white stuff, blue and white would be selling faster than all the kind of crazy colors we're seeing on some of these other listings. So let's just go ahead and start jumping into it, right? So first couple things I want to do here is just start opening up some of these listings. I'm also going to be using SellerAmp here. This is our product research tool. It's about 20 bucks a month. That is one of two must-haves for your Amazon business. We'll talk about the other must-have here when we find a good product to go kind of to chase down here. And so what we're doing here is looking up the product on Amazon without having to switch between tabs. And so this is super valuable. It helps you kind of save a lot of time as you are doing your sourcing here. So we can see could be this product over here for like 50 bucks. Also noticing that this is, somewhat of a specialty product, kind of a weirder color, that kind of thing. So one big tip I'm going to give for you guys, and we're going to start doing this for the items moving forward, is to focus on kind of the boring types of items, the black and white, all that kind of stuff. The size 9s, especially as we're looking at a lot of shoes here, it seems like all the most common stuff, like if you look around at the Walmart, you're not seeing people wearing, this type of shoe where it's kind of, got some special designs. You're seeing them wearing, this shoe and, the super white shoes, that kind of thing, right? So that's the type of shoes I like to stick to. In fact, I'm probably just going to skip over those, big orange shoes there. Let's see if we can figure something out on these right here. So we're just going to go ahead and pop that open. And so now that we're looking at these shoes right here, I'm especially interested because it's a pretty steep discount there. So we're also getting another 20% off on top of that. So it could be a good opportunity for us to find some good profitable items here. So let's just go ahead and see. So I'm going to start opening up all the women's specific listings. So these are the men's shoes right there. Let's go ahead and open up that one. Let's go ahead and open up that one. Super important to open up all the different listings that could have the women's shoes, especially with shoe listings, products with lots of different variations. You can kind of have them split apart across different listings. So right here, we've got completely different listings, but the shoes are just kind of like different colors, that kind of thing that we might be able to take advantage of a little bit here. So let's go ahead and jump into the variations down here. And this is the other product research tool that I mentioned you need. This is called Keepa. It's 20 bucks a month. Super, super essential. Those are the only two tools that you do need to really start scaling, which is nice. It's about 40 bucks a month to source a good amount of profitable inventory, but you do need those two tools. So let's see. So Pulse Mint, a lot of times I like to just pick up, very unique word, especially when I'm looking at listings with this many different colors here. So I'm going to just go ahead and filter this by mint. And now we're just going to see all the different variations that are these Run Falcon 3.0s or whatever. And I noticed that only the size 10s were left in stock. So all these other ones don't matter. It looks like all this was profitable inventory though. You can see that they were gaining ratings. It's not the fastest selling product in the world, but you can see that these products are all gaining ratings. They're all, 50 bucks or so. And now we need to figure out what we're actually paying for this product. So we can do 26 bucks. We're getting 20% off with that coupon code. So we can do 0.80. And then our final cost comes out to about $21 $3 there. Looks like the size 10s are going for $43.77. So that would be profitable if these kind of shake out here. So let's go ahead and check that out. So 21 bucks. We're selling these for $43. So we're making $8 profit. We're making about 40% ROI on this item right here. Seems like Amazon is in stock a good amount though. So you may want to avoid this product, but this could be something to kind of monitor if you ever do see Amazon go out of stock. So the other thing we can do on this listing, now that we found, one thing that would be profitable if it was in stock, is maybe check some of these other variations here. So what I want to do for this is just go ahead and open up the main Amazon listing here. And then I want to go to variations down here. Then I'm just going to filter by the current highest buy box price just to really figure out if there's any of these other shoes would be worth looking into at all. So it looks like 66 or so, $50. Yeah. So it was 50. Yeah. So really we'd have to be selling these for like 60 bucks. So anything that's like $30 and below might be a little bit interesting. So a good thing to just kind of get in the habit of just kind of clicking around, opening up some of these other listings. So there we can see we've got the black ones down there for 26 bucks. We could see if maybe those are in stock on this listing. We could also go ahead and open up that other listing we found for these. So popping over that other listing over here, it doesn't seem like they've got the all blacks. They do have all black on top. I think these are all black all around. So check maybe the silvers out. So those are 46. We're looking for stuff that we can buy for like 30. So it's not really going to even out. So let's go ahead and check out the next items here. So we found one potential product. If Amazon ever goes out of stock, we're definitely all over that. So let's go ahead and open up a few more of these here. So forum, mid, I'll check those out. And a lot of times when I'm sourcing, I'll just go ahead and open like, 5 to 10 different listings that I think are maybe going to sell fast on Amazon, or at least just have kind of the more standard colors and stuff. So those are 44 bucks, especially if there's a pretty good discount. See, those are like 60% off. Those Onega. Here's some really discounted all white shoes. So that could be pretty good. And yeah, let's just go ahead and open some of these up here. So it seems like maybe out of stock on the all white. So those were probably profitable as well. And a lot of this is about being, fast to the game, right? So I bet buying those for 48 all white, those must have been profitable. These are 44 bucks. Some of these looks like they might be excluded from the sale. But let's go ahead and pop open some of these real quick. So again, we'll just do a SAS search there. Just want to see if we can find this listing. So there's one of them. There's the women's listing. I believe we're looking at the men's. So it's unisex here actually. So we might be able to sell on either listing. Here's Adidas Originals unisex. Those are super high BSR. So on all these, you can see the sales rank. Typically in shoes, I'm going to look for under 50K. Under 100K is good, but under 50K is even better if you can find it. So let's go ahead and see here. So a lot of these are sold by Amazon. I want to go ahead and do the same thing. So variations, and then let's see if we can find this variation right here. These are the cheapest. So again, we're going to do color. Let's go to royal. I pick royal just because it's a pretty distinct word compared to all the other colors that are on here. You have a lot of white, black, that kind of thing. Royal blue is a pretty unique kind of color name. So let's see. A lot of these seems like they're sold for $44 over here by Amazon. But another thing that's interesting when I'm checking these products out is you can see on the variations chart here the price that it used to be. And it seems like Amazon might just be reacting to the current sale price. So there could be some potential there, especially as we zoom out to the full year. I really want to see some of those products where maybe the price goes up during Q4. We might be able to take advantage of some of that. So a lot of these are like $80 or so. Like, let's see if these are going for $80, we're buying them for 44. That's like not quite where we want to be, but we're still making $15 a unit. So there could be some good profit on those, but let's see if we can find one that's just profitable straight up right now. So size 9 men's are going for $98. They have a history of going for like 75, where we'd be making, let's see, we'd be making, still $11 profit each. Ideally, I'd like to see that profit stay a little more consistent in the long run, but I can still go ahead and take a look at it. So these are in stock for basically like 9.5 through 12s in men's. Over these are 9s sized in men's. Just make sure everything's the same here. I'll check like a top down view, especially like the soles and that kind of thing. So the soles look the same. We could even switch between that one. Yeah, so it's got the little strap with those look the exact same. They've got the same strap, all that kind of stuff. So I definitely want to go ahead and open up those size 9s again. So we'll go ahead and pop open that listing. I really like this listing because the ratings count is increasing pretty quickly. A lot of these other ones that are more expensive up here in the 120, 100 range, 90 range, see how the ratings aren't really moving much, but this shows me that people really do want to buy this product up in the kind of the more expensive range there. So go ahead and check this out. Size 9. Looks like it's been going consistently, like I said, for 75. When Amazon goes out of stock though, the price kind of consistently goes back up. I also want to see how it did last Christmas. So you can see the sales rank went way down, and that's showing me that the item's getting more and more popular, right? It makes sense that this would be like a Christmas gift type item. So it's definitely on the higher risk side, especially with that new seller account increase. We're making 31 bucks right now, but with the seller increase, I bet we're going to go back to the same price it was kind of last year around here, where we had 70 bucks. So $7, we're making 16% ROI. Not the most amazing thing. So why don't we see if we can find any of the other variations? So these other ones that are on the more expensive side, looks like 7.5s are good. I don't think we had those in stock though. I do think we had the 9.5s though. though, and these look a lot better. So 83 bucks. We are buying them for 44 because they are unfortunately excluded from that coupon. So 44, we're getting 17 bucks profit. We do have a little bit of increase in seller count, so I would bet that the price might go down a little bit here. Last year was 70 bucks. The price has been holding pretty steady up here at like 110 though. So we could see the price stay somewhat profitable. I think your worst case scenario, you're making 7 bucks here. Your best case scenario though, you're making, what's that? $33, especially as we head into Q4. It's not a bad idea to take a bet on some shoes. I wouldn't buy this product if it's like your first product, but I might pick something up like this, just kind of speculating that, you know, your worst case scenario, you make a few bucks. Your best case scenario, you're making, you know, 30 bucks a unit there. So that's not bad either. I want to go ahead and move on just for the sake of variety here, but I bet there's some other gems kind of hiding in this listing here. Let's check these out. Forum Onega shoes. Let's see, $48 for the black and white type guy, and then 48 bucks for the blue and white. Again, I'm just opening up all the listings there. So I went ahead and plugged in the shoes here onto SellerAmp. I'm not seeing much going on here. Something that can happen with shoes is the titles can get kind of weird. So let's just go ahead and punch this one straight into Amazon. It can be good to do it, but if you're not finding much, I like to kind of just take the extra step, see if we can find something. So we'll go ahead and pop these open real quick. Based on the fact that I didn't see they had any reviews, they're probably not the fastest seller. Yeah, no reviews, 8 sales a month, 1 million BSR. So let's just go ahead and move on there. Those don't seem to be selling super well. Let's open these up. These Duramo SLs. So there's the women's version. Yeah, we're looking at the women's version. There's the men's version. Another thing that can be interesting as you're sourcing for these products, see if you can find the, you know, in this case, the men's version on sale, because it looks like right away our max cost on some of these shoes is 28 bucks and Adidas is selling these for 28 bucks plus we get an extra coupon. So I would definitely kind of go down the rabbit hole here, see if we can find any of the men's Duramo SL there. All that type of stuff is just the best way to go about finding products, is just kind of going on rabbit trails once you get a good idea. So here we're kind of onto something that seems like fast seller. Our max cost was about right for us to make profit. A lot of these are like 50 bucks. So let's see, we're looking for cloud white gray. Let's go ahead and go down here. So I'm going to just do white real quick, see where that maybe takes me, see if we can find that exact variation we were looking at here. So white, that seems like it's it right there. So it's white, it's called white, and then gray. So it doesn't look like we have a ton of ratings going on here, but it is interesting though, because we have a lot of recent ratings and you can see the buy box price kind of moving around a little bit. That also tells me that the item might be selling, especially when you see upwards movement in the buy box. Kind of tells me that, you know, somebody probably made a sale there. So let's just go ahead and filter by current new price, and really it just kind of comes down to whatever we had in stock. So we have 8.5 through 9.5 in stock here. So there's the 9s right there. Seems like they got a recent rating, so they are selling at least a little bit. So let's see, 8.5, no recent ratings. We can go ahead and check that out still though. 9.5s do have a recent rating as well, and those are 49 bucks. So we could be onto something here, assuming Amazon's not kind of living on these listings. So Amazon's on that one a lot. Let's see, Amazon, they really like that listing. And then there is actually some gaps on here where you could make a few sales, especially coming into Q4. You might be kind of onto something, sourcing through something like that. Especially right here, you can see Amazon's already kind of struggling with staying in stock there. Maybe isn't worth the risk. Let's just run the math to see if it's worth the risk. So 28 bucks, we're getting another 20% off. So it's a 70% ROI, it's a $15 profit. If you think Amazon's going to keep having trouble staying in stock, you could probably hop on here and make a few 70% ROI sales. I'd probably keep this to, you know, no more than 3 to 5 units. Again, kind of a speculative buy there, but not the worst product in the world. So we're able to find kind of a couple quick winners there. And really the name of the game with this, guys, is being able to go through these variations as fast as possible, especially being able to pop open the data on each of these pages. And then as with all things, you got to work on your sourcing muscle if you are actually going to make it selling on Amazon, right? And what I mean by that is, as I'm looking through these pages right here, since I've been selling on Amazon for 6 years, I can kind of know which products to skip and which products to look further into. Like this one, you know, it's probably a little too funky to do too much on Amazon, whereas these, you know, these NMDs up here, super basic, they sell super well on Amazon, so there might be a little bit more potential in something like that. So that's the kind of stuff you guys are trying to figure out with this method, is which are the best types of products in these different brands, these different sales, for me to actually do the legwork and start digging through. And so another thing that's super interesting as you've done that is, especially on these products where we're finding profit, we're at least close to profit, you can start doing some reverse sourcing on these sales as well. So we've been doing manual sourcing. Once you find 1 or 2 profitable product leads, I really like just popping open some of these other storefronts here, and then specifically we're comparing that back to the sale that we just found. So here's one of the sellers on this listing. We can see that they've got, you know, not a ton of feedback there. We can see the exact brands, the exact products that they're selling. And so I'm just going to go ahead and filter down to their Adidas products now, and we can just go ahead and compare a lot of these prices to the prices that they've actually got going on Amazon right now. And so when you're sourcing like this, you're not necessarily guaranteed that the product that you're after is actually on sale. Whereas obviously if we're sourcing sourcing directly from the sale. We know that it's on sale. Doing it reverse sourcing though kind of skips the legwork of having to find products that already sell well. If they're on somebody's storefront, they got a good BSR, and they're probably selling well enough for someone to stock it, right? So from that point, you can just go ahead and hit the Google button there. So in this example, if you think you can buy this item for $32 based on the stuff we've seen on sale, that could be somewhat realistic. We're just going to go ahead and pop open some of these Amazon listings here. So we're looking for what, the Light Racer 5s. Seems like Adidas.com had them here for $70. So maybe they're on sale or something like that at some point. And so that's another way, if you're kind of overwhelmed by the amount of legwork that's involved in manual sourcing, is you can start looking through some of these storefronts of what existing Adidas Amazon sellers are selling, and then kind of get your ideas from there, right? So especially on some of these listings over here, you can see the Keepa chart. So if you ever see some of these listings where Amazon has gone away or the prices are going way up, like something like this, where Amazon's gone away, that orange bar over there, now the prices have kind of elevated. Those are also good listings to kind of check further into, because they're, you know, you're not going to need as low of a price or as stiff of a competition if obviously Amazon isn't selling those products. So hopefully this video helps you go out and find more profitable products to sell on Amazon. If you're looking for more free resources, make sure you also go ahead and register for our next free masterclass that we do. We do those every couple weeks, and we hop on live with you guys. We show you some step-by-step demos, the whole process, answer your questions live. It's a ton of fun. So register for that class if you want to come hang out and get your questions answered. If you guys did get value from this video, please feel free to hit the subscribe button, the like button, all that good stuff helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. Also, let me know if you have any quick questions about sourcing or SellerAmp or any of the things in today's video. Super happy to answer those in the comment section down below. But I really appreciate you guys watching this video, and I will see you next time.